Good morning, everyone. I am your first reporter, Charlene Abao. Let's talk about the overview of Philippine education in MAED202. So our professor is Dr. Ariel Cavillas. Good morning, Doc. The Philippine education law was patterned to educational system of Spain and of the United States after the liberation of the Philippines in 1946. So the Filipinos had moved in various directions of its own. Elementary and high school is compulsory, which is administered by Department of Education. So what is the education in the Philippines? CHED and TISDA, on the other hand, are responsible for higher education. So CHED regulates the academically oriented universities and colleges, while TISDA oversees the development of technical vocational educational institutions and programs of our country. Managed and regulated by the Department of Education. The second one is Commission on Higher Education, which is the CHED, Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, which is the TISDA. DepEd is responsible for the K-12 basic education, exercises full and exclusive control over the schools and nominal regulations over the private schools, and it also enforces the national curriculum that has been put in place since 2013. So this is the former educational system used for 1945 until the June 5, 2011. Kindergarten was not compulsory, and the primary grade 1 to 6, which is the intermediate 6 to 7 years old, and then 11 to 12 years old, which is the grade 6. So the secondary, which we have first year, freshmen, 12 to 13 years old, and the fourth year is senior, which is 15 to 16 years old. The start of the 21st century second decade saw a major improvement in the Philippine education system. In 2011, the Department of Education started to implement the new K-12 educational system, which also included a new curriculum for all schools nationwide, which is the K-12 program has so-called phase implementation, which is started in the school year 2011 and 2012. In 2010, Senator Benigno Aquino III expresses his desire to implement the K-12 basic education cycle to increase the number of the years of compulsory education to 13 years. The Key 6, 4, and 2 Basic Education System, Kindergarten Education Act of 2012, kindergarten is compulsory. Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, and then school year 2011 to 2012, DepEd has already implemented the K-12 program. It was still enacted into law to guarantee its continuity in the succeeding years. Okay, let's talk about the K-12 education program. General features of K-12 education program: strengthening early childhood education, which is the universal kindergarten. So making the curriculum more relevant to learners, contextualization and enhancement, so ensuring integrated and seamless learning, which is called the spiral progression. So building proficiency through language, this is called the mother tongue based multilingual education. So lastly, this is gearing up for the future, which is the senior high school, and nurturing the holistically developed Filipino, which is the college and livelihood readiness to the this is called 21st century skills. Next is the preschool. Let's talk about the preschool now. It is ages 3 to 5 years old. So students learn the alphabet, numbers, shapes, and colors through games, songs, and dances in their mother tongue. So they focuses on that. So they offered to private and public schools. Preschool education is optional before entering the elementary level, since not everyone could not afford. Our recent events and activities show a high need for young children to undergo preschool education first before stepping into formal education. So again, the Republic Act 8980 Early Childhood Care and Development Act, enacted in 2000, this law identifies the growing and importance of providing preschool education. Preschool education and addressing young children's other needs. It also recognizes parents as the children's primary caregivers and teachers. Republic Act 6972, Barangay Level Total Protection of Children Act, enacted in 1990. So this law requires all local government units to set up a daycare center in every barangay. So naanatay, daycare center in every barangay. Daycare centers are mandated not only for the provide for the children's needs, but also to attend their health psychosocial needs also. Primary education. Primary education is age of 6 to 12 years old, consists of compulsory grade 1 to grade 6, primary level, which is the grades 1 to 3, intermediate level, which is the grades 4 to 6. So subject taught which is we have mathematics, science, Filipino, English, hikasi, geografiya, kasaysayan, at civica. Minor subject, which is the music, arts, physical educations, and health. Computer education and Hili are the additional minor subjects for private schools. Medium of instruction. Grades 1 to 3, the use of mother tongue except Filipino and English subject. Grades 4 to 6, we have a subject which is the Filipino and English. For the secondary education, ages to 12 to 17 years old, prerequisite of which is the completion of elementary education, 4 years of junior high school and 2 years of senior high school. Junior high school is composed of grade 7 to grade 10. Senior high school is from grade 11 to grade 12. Subjects are taught are the simplest concept to more complicated concept through the grade levels in a spiral progression, which is the subjects are not connected and integrated for grade 7 to 10. Senior high school now we have academic, technical, vocational, livelihood, sports, arts, and design. So we are focusing on that, especially the senior high school track. Senior high school, 2 years of specialized under the secondary of education. Choice of career track define the content of a subject which is the student will take in grades 11 and 12. Subject fall under either the core curriculum of specific tracks. Senior high school, no core curriculum. There are 7 learning areas under the core curriculum, and these are the languages, literature, communication, mathematics, philosophy, natural science, and social sciences. These are the academic track of senior high school. We have accountancy, business, and management. In short, these are called ABM. Humanities and Social Sciences, which is the HUMS. Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, which is called STEM. General Academic Strand, which is the GAS. Let's talk about the Technical Vocational Livelihood. Tibet, we have Tibet, Technical Vocational Education and Training. National Certificate student can obtain certificates of competency, which is the COC. Certificates of competency or a national certificate level 1, which is the NC1 after finishing the grade 10. So after the finishing technical vocational livelihood track in grade 12, a student may obtain a national certificate level, which is the NC2, provide that he or she passes the competency based on the based on the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, which is called TISDA. We have Arts and Design track. Art and Design track will prepare students for the creative industries in various creative and artistic fields such as, but not limited to, music, dance, creative writing and literature, visual arts, media arts, broadcast arts and film and cinema, applied art, architecture and design, theater and entertainment, and etc. Now let's talk about the sports track. Sports track now will prepare a student with sports sciences, which is the sports related, physical education related, health related, and movement related courses, which will let them explore and specialize in fields like sports, fundamental, coaching, student athlete development, sports officiating and activity management, recreational and fitness, or sports leadership. Let's talk about also the tertiary education, which is the higher education. So, do you familiar with CHED? CHED is responsible in the formulation and implementation of policies, plans, programs for the development and efficient operation of the higher education system in our country. The delivery of higher education in the Philippines is provided by private and public higher education institution, which is this called CHED, tertiary education or higher education. There are 3 degree stages of higher education. No? First, we have bachelor degrees. We have minimum of 4 years in duration. Another one is master degree. Typically, span 2 years for full-time students, culminating with minor thesis or comprehensive examination. The next one is PhD degrees. Doctor of Philosophy involve great deal of coursework, as well as the dissertation that may comprise from 1/5 or 1/3 of the final grade. Now let's go to the non-formal education. Non-formal education and alternative learning system, which is the ALS. It is an organized learning activity aimed at attaining a set of objectives outside the established formal and system intended for a particular client, especially the out-of-school youth or other illiterates who cannot avail themselves of formal educations. Courses are skills-oriented and range from 6 to 10 months. Also, it is not only a supplement and complement of formal education, but it is an indispensable component of lifelong learning system. Non-formal educations play a vital role in the national development. The only effective way of providing education to the millions of out-of-school youths and adults to enable them to participate more effectively in various development programs of the government. Technical Education is the Skills Development Authority, the merging of the National Manpower and the Youth Council in MYC of the Department of Labor and Employment, which is the DOLE, the Bureau of Technical and Vocational Education, which is the BTVE of the Department of Education, Culture and Sports, which is the DEX, and the Apprenticeship Program of the Bureau of Local Government. Employment, which is the BLE of the DOLE, give birth to TISDA. Okay, so let's talk about the Technical Educations and Skills Development of Authority. It is aims to encourage the full participation of and mobilize the industry labor, local government units and techniques, vocational institutions in the skills of development of the country's human resources. Institutional may be government operated, often provided by the government or even private. Offers program ranging in duration from a couple of weeks to 2-year diploma courses. Programs can be technology courses like automotive technology, computer technology, and electronic technology services. Upon graduating for the most of these courses, the students may take an examination from TISDA to obtain the relevant certificates of diploma. So I hope you understand about my report. That's all. Thank you.